Is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2024. I'm here at Fort Myers Beach, and it was, I'm telling you, 25 minutes ago, there was hardly any clouds in the sky. Now, all of a sudden, the clouds are here, which is terrible. I didn't come here yesterday because of that. There was like clouds, and then there's a break. Like right here, right above me, there's a break of blue. Everywhere else, there's clouds at the moment. But anyway, so I got everything except my proper shoes. I'm wearing my garage selling shoes, which are not meant for the beach, but you know, unfortunately now I'm at the beach. So but I got both cameras, they're both charged. I got my wrestling attire, I got my shades. Everything is correct except my shoes. I even washed the lenses of my cameras, oiled the bike, oiled the brakes, so they should work. Uh-oh. Thank you. And people let me in, how nice. I'm hoping both cameras are on. So there should be a lot of people drinking green beer today, so crazy drivers. The gas station on the way to the beach, the Circle K, that's out of gas right now, so I have to get gas at Murphy. I don't have to get gas, but gasoline seems to be spiking right now, so I kind of want to get gas. It's just sad that I like that Circle K because I have some dry gas I mix with it, and it works well with my car. So getting the Murphy gas, I don't know what kind of garbage gas that is. So. Oh man, definitely not in the proper gear. Right. This bike. The gears got changed a little bit after I had a catastrophic failure of my back derailleur about 2 months ago, and I haven't taken the time to properly fixing the high gear. Any high gear, 7, 14, 24. I guess this is a 21 speed, so it'd be 7, 14, 21. Those 3 gears are messed up. I have to fix them. Anyway, what's coming through looks like a weak front, and it looks like over Sanibel there's some high-level rain, which is weird because on radar this morning I looked, there was nothing, and now I'm seeing high-level rain. The rain may not hit the ground, but it's going to cool things down. Garage selling was excellent yesterday. This morning actually was pretty good for the limited amount of garage sales. We only went to about 10 of them, but the few that were out there had quality. 2 of them. One has a drone that it's a $4,000 drone. And the guy may be willing to sell it to me for $200. We'll see. And then another garage sale lady has some expensive tools, and she might make a package deal on them, like something that's worth like $5,000 she might sell for $500. So 2 good deals potential. I wanted for one, they're busy at their garage sales. They may sell, the woman I doubt it, but the guy may sell his drone. He isn't listed on Facebook too, but he needs the cash. He needs to sell it ASAP. So, and went on Facebook Marketplace. There's hundreds of drones listed for sale. Not his. I kept on telling that to my friend. I'm like, even though they're listed on Marketplace, they could be anywhere in the world. I want something local here, something I can trust. You know, because he'll sell it to me with that trust factor. You buy it from somewhere else, forget it. Once you pay online, it's a done deal. You get it, whatever condition it's in. So I kind of don't like that. I like buying it local, where I can kind of bring it back and get my money back almost. So yeah, this front just moved through, and the air cooled down a good 3 degrees, easy. So I see that Nervous Nelly's is now open. That's a big difference. So I'm looking offshore. I'm not sure if that's a pirate boat or if that's just a shrimp boat. But there's a big boat offshore. The shrimp is normally not this close. You have to go off about 4 miles out to get to where the shrimp, the big shrimp are. The little shrimp are on shore, but the little shrimp you can't eat. They're just too tiny. So this shrimp boat that's only about 150 yards offshore, well, that's going down, about 400 yards offshore, that's still too close. It could be like a couple thousand miles off, a couple thousand yards. Like 4,000 or 5,000 yards, and that big though, you're gonna hit some shrimp. A lot of people are wearing green. I'm not wearing green. I'm wearing all black. I look like a policeman. Got a black hat on, gray shoes, got black cameras, black bike. I mean, I'm totally blacked out here. All I just need is a nice black military weapon, and I'll be all set. Maybe a black backpack. Sunglasses on. Yeah, I am ready to go here. So Cold Stone Creamery is doing good business in ice cream. Got 2 nice picnic tables there. This is the only free parking right now, right in front of what is it called here? It's not really free parking, it's customer parking. So you only got 30 minutes. So we're going to go on our usual route. The tide looks high for some reason on the beach. And the waves look like 1 to 3 feet. I mean, they look kind of... The interesting thing with my small glimpse of the water is that there was this green color, like it's lime, like it's... Now, I'm looking at the canal right now, and I see the water high, but it's not like... It doesn't look high tide high, so it looks like it's mean mid-tide going to high, maybe. Okay, there is a putrid smell of urine around here. So, again, I haven't rebuilt the 7-Eleven yet. I don't know. Southland Corporation should get a new contractor, because this thing should have been built already. I don't know why they're sitting on that land. Because they think someone's going to pay them a couple $1 million for it. This land right here used to be a house there. They knocked it down. That would be a good land for an investment. In fact, I have to look into that, because that being on this side of Acero Island is the better side. Now, during a hurricane, it's the worst side, because you're going to get a double whammy. But in terms of traffic-wise, inconvenience, you're not closer to the food stores, that's for sure. But getting on and off the island, it's easier, a lot easier. You don't have to fight all that traffic. The property medic, again, they're building these. What I don't like about it is that only the ground floor is concrete, the rest of the floor is wood. But it's trying to make the most profit they can. We're going to be on the left-hand side. Keep your eye out for that green hotel again. This Best Western Plus. This would be a great casino. They finished off the ground floors, but for what reason? It's spring break right now. What are they going to do? Spring break 25? I mean, it doesn't make sense. And plus, this year is forecast to be a killer year. It doesn't make sense that they're taking this long to get the place up and ready, only to be hit by a hurricane this summer. Doesn't make sense. Wasted all this time. They should have jacked up the entire building 20 feet. That's what they should have done. And built a new ground level. So again, here's some people on the left-hand side living in trailers. They still, they can't afford to rebuild. I don't blame them. It's expensive. On the right-hand side here, all this property. One of them was Property Medic. The sign's down. It's all for sale. Again, they're trying to ask an outrageous price. If you're going to spend an outrageous price, just dig a little deeper and buy on the left-hand side. Okay, this event reminds me of another cool front that was moving through the area about 2.5 months ago, back in early January. Same conditions where it was kind of warm like this. The front was coming through, and there was scattered showers on both sides of the. It was like a squall line that was dissolving, but it was a small squall line, and it had little showers. But this, you can tell that it is raining above us, maybe about 5,000 to 10,000 feet up, but it's evaporating before it hits the ground. There's another property medic piece of land. Smart. So there's this little lime green one and this one right over here. Smart. It's either buying, building cheap though, but still selling, and that's how you make your money. This piece of property here, I don't know who owns it, but this would be a good investment on the right-hand side. It's got a dock. See, these docks are worth their weight in gold. People got big boats, so like 40 feet or bigger. They can barely get them through the canals of Cape Coral, so you have to buy a piece of or rent a dock space every year. And I think you'd be buying a boat that's larger than 40 feet. You better have the income to support that. I mean, I see a 25-foot box truck. That's huge. Obviously, that's just the box truck. You have to add another 12 or 15 feet for the cab, but which brings it to 40 feet. But those are big boats when you get bigger like that. Surpass vending. Again, those places make a killer. You come up with a vending route in this area, you'll make a killing. Let's face it, there's only Walmart, there's Publix down the beach, there should be an Aldi's, but there's not. And then there's that little, whatever, Sunoco gas station that's got, besides that, there's no 7-Elevens open here, so it's just the little vending machines inside these places that have, some of them don't, these snack areas or souvenir stands, that they don't have enough, like what I call snacks to really go around. I mean, you want cheap snacks, you want family size, you don't want like the little sampler sizes that they sell you. You want the good stuff. You want the 4-pound bags of chips, not just the corn chips. You want, some chips may have whole wheat or rye or some of these other off brands, and you don't want to pay $25 a bag. So that's the thing. I was back in 1986, almost bought. This is when I was in high school, and I had a whole bunch of people that I knew in high school college, up in Tampa. They almost bought the Pabst Brewery. They wanted $5 million, and I offered $3. They wouldn't take it. So guess what? Yuengling comes in, offers them $1 million, $1 million, which is less than mine, and they took it. I was like, what? Ridiculous. So, and like all the debt, I guess Yuengling accepted their debt. Maybe their debt was what, $5 million? I don't know, but it just sounded ridiculous that. And it was like a no cash down deal either. They just took over the plant. I guess promised to pay them $1 million in the future, which was like if that was the case, I would have bought the thing for $8 million if they would have accepted a balloon payment 10 years down the road. That would have been a killing, but oh well, you can't cry about opportunities that are for naught. Yeah, these shoes are not made for the beach here. It's alright, I could abuse them once in a while. I just have to make sure I stamp them out. Alright, so the tide is looking like a mid-tide from this angle. This beach hasn't had a tide. Someone's dragging stuff down. I don't want to get caught in that rut. I'm hoping both cameras are on. I'm pretty sure my 4K is on my camera. I'm hoping. Something about the beach. Some people are fit. Some people are stuck in chairs. So people that are fit are walking. Some people that are not fit are still walking. Come to the beach, you have to expect that you're going to bear it all. So you better be somewhat fit. So the bicycle, this sand is like, I wouldn't call it solid. It's digging in a little bit. I can see that the tide was up here about 2 hours ago. So in that regards, and because the the seaweed is not bunched up. It appears like the tide is going out. So this is probably a near high tide that's receding a little bit. So it's not high tide. It's about an hour or so after that. So I'm gonna have to. The beach is changing here. All right, so this area feels a little more firm, a little more seashells. So I gotta be careful on that. Saw a jellyfish. You gotta be careful. You can't step on those jellyfish. They look like rocks. Those purple and orange and yellow things. Yeah, don't pick them up. Don't brush that against you. That stuff will cause like some kind of paralysis. It's got like paralyzing chemicals, barbs in it. That stuff will really mess up your foot. It'll cause that part of your body to go limp, and it takes weeks for it to come out. Oh, sorry. My fault. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, it was my fault. I was going a little quick, and the daughter stopped right there. And I was just checking out the sights. I shouldn't. You know, the camera's facing forward, but I get to turn my head 360. Even if I'm heading towards people, I'm still looking in the opposite direction. Terrible, but I really don't. That's what beach life is all about, you know? There's no rules, regulations here. You leave those back on the road. Here I'm blazing my own trail. My own trail, my own rules. As long as you're polite to people, that's all that matters. Alright, so now the beach is changing again. Let's see if bicycling up here is better. It was getting kind of lumpy down there. I'll go up here. Alright, so this is kind of, it's loose, but it's firm at the same token. So right to the right of us here, that's a sandbar that just got pushed up on the beach. This is more of a terra firma. It's harder, but it also is soft because the high tide hasn't reached up here yet. So, all right, so we're passing the Green Hotel again. And again, they haven't fixed the roof yet. It's kind of silly. You know, I would fix that, regardless if you have a permit or not. You got to do the work, you know. And that work is not difficult. That can be done in a day, a whole day, one day. You take the old shit out. You put the new structure supports in, and you worry about the permit later. I mean, for one, they should have already gotten a permit to do the entire hotel. But if the permit's going to run out, just renew it. But you're not going to get anything accomplished by not fixing that roof. The roof is done first before anything else. Anyway, so again, all the real estate here on the right-hand side, it's all good values. I don't care what the price is. It's all good values. This is spring break right now. Spring break, it looks like it's a week showing this year. So a week showing means you're going to have weak hands holding real estate. They're going to want to sell. So, especially this summer. This summer coming up, with it being a week spring break. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of these people wanting to dump property. Property's going to come down in price. Sad, but true. Interest rates are still at, one lender was giving, when I said 6%, one lender was giving me heck percent. And I couldn't understand that. So I looked up and interest rates were listed, they were listed at 7.5%. I was like, why is she upset with me at 6%? So anyway, I couldn't understand that. She goes, oh, I could find rates for 3%. I'm like, 3% for what? I did a look. Lenders, it started at 7.25%, and it went higher from there. And I was like, that doesn't even include points. They've got points on top of that. So, I mean, maybe she's personally lending out of her own bank account, and she's charging only 5%. That's fantastic. got a lot of good scenery going on. Beautiful water. A lot of people enjoying themselves. A lot of people in the water. People playing paddleboard. The key in life is having your children when you're young. When you're in your 20s, you should have your children, all of them. So by the time you're 40, your children are self-supporting. In your 40s, you want to do what you've been postponing your dreams to do. And you don't want to spend it on college. The children these days have to support themselves through college. College is just fluff these days. You don't learn anything new. Open up your own contracting business. Earning money that way is the way to go. For your own business, entrepreneurial. Here's the ice cream guy. My little kid's running for the ice cream. Sandcastles are obstacles. I have to be really careful. My eyes are not necessarily on the beach in front of me, which they should be. Okay, now I'm getting a noxious urine smell coming in. It's definitely coming in from the beach area somehow. Oh, it's getting worse. How could these people stand it? This is urine they're smelling. I smell it. I smell it, they smell it. My nose is pretty good at smelling. People are looking out to sea. There must be a dolphin out there. Is there a dolphin out there?
No, just a lot of pelicans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, looking at the pelicans on the old pier, hanging out. They always do that. Normally they see dolphins out there. I'm telling you, today's one of the better days. We'll definitely come back on this beach because the tide going out like this, there'll be more to explore on the way coming back because it'll be a wider beach. Yeah, there's a pirate ship that they noticed that's coming in. So this is the lunch crowd. It already went out. Now I know the pirate ship goes out 3 times a day. It goes out for breakfast. It comes in around 10. It goes out about 10. That's the lunch crowd, comes in around 11. It's about 11:30 right now. And then it'll go out again around 2 o'clock for the dinner crowd, come back in at 4. So we're passing Margaritaville. Again, they're open. They have a little, like, elevated area on the landward side above their garage, if you call it a garage, where people park their cars in kind of like a mishap fashion. And that area up there it looks like 2 little restaurants, and it's crowded up there. So that's the sunning area, and from that area, believe it or not, you can actually see the water from up there. So very smart. It's like a huge amphitheater, and it looks like there's a little pool up there too. So I'm not sure if it's a kiddie pool or what. But a lot of people wearing green today. I'm wearing black. I'm blacked out. No green.
What? What do you mean?
Again, I hear a lot of music. That's the no royalties music playing. I heard this during all through my life growing up. You hear this no royalty music. You thought people like it. No, it's just that the radio stations were able to play it for free. That's the only reason why they played it. And you had to like it, or you had to try to turn to another radio station. Those radio stations never played. All radio stations, they never played anything good because it costs royalties. They don't want to pay royalties. So there's a lot of sandcastles definitely being built today. And again, everyone's wearing green. I see dark green, light green. People are holding green, lime green. And there's a lot of boats parked offshore. This is the Lana Kai. And again, the ground floor, first floor, and second floor are not being occupied right now. The third floor, fourth, and fifth floors are being occupied. So they're only at best half capacity. Bicycling so far has been awesome. And oh wow, we're running into a more congested area coming up. Which means that Sanibel Causeway is not open yet. If the Sanibel Causeway was not open yet, 2/3 of these people would prefer going to Sanibel. But if this keeps up, I mean, $20 a day is a lot. Watching them play with the ball there because they're getting kind of... Not my fault, thank you. So this contraption that holds my phone onto the bicycle, it is a camera mount, but my camera is not like bolted on at all. It's just held on by an elastic band, and it's worked well because it doesn't turn the camera off and it keeps it pretty much stable. And I'm just astonished that it's lasted this long. Usually stuff like that breaks on me within a week after using it. And I don't use it rough; it just breaks. It's Murphy's Law with me. But I'm amazed that it works. And then I got the 4K, of course, that is firmly mounted on the bike, so I can get those. And it does have a stabilization on it as well. Now, this is going to be tricky here. We're going to go this way because he's throwing sand. Right. Made it. The beach is awesome today. Oh man. Even with these clouds, it's awesome. You're still getting suntan. You have, it's the infrared light that comes through that gives you that tan. Or maybe it's the ultraviolet, I don't know. I know the ultraviolet kills your hair, it makes you age. I think it's the infrared that hits your skin. It gives you that burn. There's near infrared, there's far infrared. I'm not sure which of the infrareds does it. It has to be the near. Sorry. Alright. I saw a guy dressed as a leprechaun and I was scanning the scenery around him. Ended up falling into that little hole there. Okay, so the surf here is only 1 to 2 feet. Maybe because the tide's going out, the surf usually goes down with that as well. So there's less energy to build a higher wave when the water is more shallow. So it's only, again, for a low tide, these waves are pretty substantial, even if they're at half a foot, or some of them are at a foot, but not much more than that. The beach is awesome. Yeah, we're definitely coming back on the beach. I can remember all those times in the wintertime I couldn't go on the beach because it was just a rough surf. But today, in the summer, it's gorgeous. But yeah, we'll go down to, I'll probably turn around again at, no, I'm not going to go all the way down to Publix. I'd only go down to Publix if I had the bicycle back. And there is a small breeze. It's maybe half a knot. And it's, for me, I'm not sure which way it's blowing. But it's just gorgeous out. So I got my garage selling video from yesterday uploaded to YouTube already. That same day. That's pretty rare. I haven't uploaded it to Rumble yet, but I will. But since now I made another video for today, so I gotta do another garage selling video for today as well as this one. I should have came out to the beach yesterday, but I was procrastinating a little bit because I was a little in the down and out. I hit a little rock with my. I have a very elastic rubber bumper on the Toyotas. It's amazing, but it still left a little ding, and I was like, that little ding was hurting my my motivation. I said, oh God, I have to sulk over that. So anyway, I didn't go out to the beach, and the beach. I don't know. It was like earlier in the day. It was good. Midday, it was kind of cloudy. And then towards 4 o'clock, it started clearing up again. So I know I should have, but I wanted to come during St. Patrick's Day so I could witness the green and event. So it's working out good. Again, any property on the beach here, if it's for sale, it's with interest rates being this high, it's a buyer's market right now. So you could offer pretty much whatever you want. Within reason, the 80% rule definitely will apply. So if they're asking $1 million, they offer $800,000. Bingo. Of course, I don't think they're asking $1 million. They're probably asking $5 million. But you might be able to offer them $4 million and snatch it from you. So as long as it's 80%. So here's the Fort Myers Beach Library. They took away the fencing, but the gates are still there. It's ridiculous. They should take away the gates too. See, they're just trying to prevent people from parking there. Unless you have a library card, which is ridiculous. Well, then why have a library on the beach if you're going to prevent people from parking there? It's public. Public library doesn't mean parking toll gates. Nobody goes there. That should be the town hall. They shouldn't waste money anymore. But Fort Myers Beach, they're all criminals. It's terrible. They should all be arrested, thrown in jail. Wasting taxpayers' money like this. So some people are scared to go out in the water. There could be stingrays out there. Those little tiny stingrays, not the big man of war ones, but little tiny gray stingrays. Those ones you have to be scared of because those stingrays don't have good vision. They have good sense of smell, and they have good sense of, they have that dolphin sense, extra sensory sense where they could sense like electronic signals in the water, electronic disturbances. But they have very poor vision. They'll run up and actually bump into you. Unfortunately, once they bump into you, they'll try to whiplash you with their barbed tail, and that stuff really stings and hurts. So you get a barb stuck in you, holy mackerel. That will sting for a day or two, and you have to almost leave the beach. And it will be a wound that you get from it will find a hard time healing, because they have like inside their barbs and their tail, they have this chemical that prevents healing. So yeah, it's really nasty. And I'm speaking from experience. So anyway, this is Fresh Catch coming up. I mean, I don't know why. This would be the spring break hangout. I mean, for $4 million, if you got that money on you, you could fix this place up. be selling green beer from now to Kingdom Come. And you know what? This would be a great place to have a ice cream on the beach and sell hot dogs on the beach. And who cares if they're parking here? You know, it's the dinner crowd you really want. That's where you really make your money on. And they would come back if they had a good daytime experience. They'd come back for nighttime. Plus, this would be great for a little casino. I would knock this building down and build one twice as long, twice as wide, and put 2 restaurants in there. Give people a choice between like Italian dining and then seafood, and have like a little maybe mall up there. Again, raised 25 feet above mean high tide, and then have a little arcade casino in the middle. Maybe even raise that even more, and have a cocktail bar on the top floor as well. I mean, if you're going to build a multi-million-dollar extravaganza, you might as well go extravagant. That's what I do. If I had $10 million lying around, of course, the town of Fort Myers Beach, they're criminals the way they are. They'll probably hold their hand out and want some extortion racketeering money. And they've done that. I've heard local businesses talk about it, how the fire marshal and the permitting people here, they are adamant about their ridiculous, corrupt, I would say even criminal laws that they unilaterally impose like communism over the people. And people don't vote on this, but they're subject to that communism, which really stinks. Anyway, I'm not going to stop talking about that. It gets me upset when I hear about these stories that, people who are trying to open up a business on the beach to meet beachgoers and citizens' needs, and then the government steps in and tries to ruin all that, and then not only tries to ruin that, but tries to steal money from people. Not good. Alright, so I didn't need to put sunblock on. I shouldn't have, but I did. Got sunblock 70 on. I'm gonna avoid some of these. Right now, the way the tide is, right here, this is the perfect driving beach. Very, very little sandcastles. There was one bump I just went over, but beautiful otherwise. The wind is not blowing bad at all. It seems to be coming out of the south, heading north. It's like a south-southwest to north-northeast breeze. And it seems to be about, if at a knot, 1 knot. But you can hardly feel it bicycling because you're on bicycling crosswind, so it's hardly felt. Oh, sad, somebody dropped their Dr. Pepper. Wow, they're going to miss that. Probably some guy was on a bike, didn't realize it fell out. I got 2 frozen water bottles and 1 partially frozen water bottle in the car. Partially frozen one is slushy, I like that. The other 2 are solid. So you got some people out on wave runners. Looks like they're riding tandem on the wave runners. I'm not sure if I see some dolphins out there. That's still only about maybe 200 yards offshore. We have a couple of sandbars still out there. Not until you get about 1 mile, 2 miles offshore, then you start running into the coral. And you do have a lot of seaweed beds from out there and up to the coral, up to the seashell coral beds. But and yeah, you'll have everything else out there. You'll have stingrays. You'll have all types of marine animals are using that for nursery areas. Not all the marine animals come into the backwaters to as a nursery. A lot of them do, but not all of them. Some of their nurseries are right here on shore. I mean, they nurse their children during daylight hours on shore here, and they go to deeper water at night. Alright, so here we have, it's like guys versus girls football team. It's pretty interesting. playing. Two-hand touch. It's pretty awesome though. Again, here's the real estate over here on the right-hand side, this big white building. It's right next to the old Neptune. So when I say Neptune, I'm talking about that hotel right there. That is a great investment if you could buy it. See, it's got an aluminum roof. It's got a little bit of roof missing over there in the far section, but the other roof looks intact. This white building right here, that I would say, it's still not complete. So I know it's for sale. They're running into financing issues. And I guess the construction has cost too much, or they're just out of town and they can't get reliable builders, and that, believe me, is the key. Or their permits expired. But in any case, I could tell that building would be for sale. So if you wanted to buy something, that's a pretty big building. That would be a good investment. I can see already it's got 2 floors and then a ground floor, which was partially built. So you could probably finish off the ground floor as a rental. That would be pretty, and that's how you would want it. If you're going to rent out property, you want the rented property to be the ground floor, so that they're not like walking by your windows if you live on the upper floors. Thank you. He's playing football with his son. I was crossing his path there. So there's Diamond Head right there. We passed by there earlier. The pool area looks kind of full. Not as full as Margaritaville. Margaritaville is overcrowded at the moment. So, and they have to be to make back that money they spent. I'm just surprised that these other hotels don't go, especially Diamond Head. There's this big piece of property right to the north of them, right here at Sparrow Boulevard. They should be buying that, developing that. They can make a Diamond Head 2 and Diamond Head 3 out of it. Just like on Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, Hawaii, they have a lot of those places that have gone number 2, number 3. Same thing here. This is a Hawaiian beach. What's we call it? Theme is the word I'm thinking of. So anyway, I'm looking at some of the property on the beach. That building right there, just to the south of Diamond Head, that is a good investment opportunity. Unfortunately, I hear that it's owned by a real estate company and they want $20 million. That is ludicrous. But still, it's worth looking into, because there's no way that they're going to sell that property. $20 million has to be a building completely complete with no problems. Even the property here on the beach is not totally immune to price depreciation. The tide is going out nicely. Someone spelled Fort Myers 2024 in seashells on the beach there. That was pretty awesome. These are people playing volleyball. There's 2 guys and the rest are girls. That's kind of amazing. And I've seen that. It seems like 2/3 of the people here are women. Only 1/3 are men. But if you're a guy, this is a good beach to come to. And everyone is very friendly. So that's the nice thing about this beach. And that's one thing. They need beach shops in this area to sell bathing suits. All these people come into the beach. I can see half of them are wearing bathing suits. The other half are wearing their leftovers from a couple years back. But some of them are just wearing like cutoffs and stuff. There is no good Ron John surf shop here. It was destroyed during Hurricane Ian. So having a good beach store, even a 7-Eleven or something that would sell clothes. I mean, even Wings and Wings, there's only Surf Style that's around, so they're raking it in. So maybe that was a wise decision, Surf Style, to buy all the commercial beach buildings. So now they cornered the entire market for beachwear. And what they also need in this area is they need a real brewery. They don't have one. They don't have like a microbrewery that could sell. Shamrock was the closest thing to one. It had like a little still in the back, but that got wiped out. And you can sell as much beer as you want here on the beach. During the day, people are consuming beer left and right. It's the biggest alcohol drink being consumed next to water. I didn't realize where the sound was coming from. It sounded like 1970s. I realized it was coming from that big boom box on the beach. So people want to sit up there in that berm because they know that's free of the tide. The tide's going out. They don't realize it. You can see that the seaweed is not bunched up. Seaweed is not bunched up. That's indicating the tide's going out. If the seaweed was bunched up, then the tide's coming in. Someone's behind me with a radio. I guess I'm causing people on bicycle are following me. I'm blazing their trail. Unfortunately, I don't want to get their music on my video. I'll have to let them go. I'll have to let them pass by. And again, you're riding on an electric bike. You have no skin in the game. You're just cruising. A lot of people are signing up for Wave Runners. Oh, here's the problem. A lot of people playing football now. It's not a season for football, but people are playing it. And a lot of people have shovels and they're digging. I don't know what's going on there. Some of these people have got good arms. They're throwing the football pretty good. Sorry. That one, you had two groups of people coming together at the same time. And I had to, no, go ahead. It's terrible, thank you. It's better if you walk in the water, like what they're doing. They're walking in the water, not like how they're walking, but like they're walking in the water. They're probably not going to walk in the water anymore. Except on the seashore. I would have stopped that ball with my foot, but it would have been awkward. I hear Def Leppard in the background. I just had that playing in my car. Lazy day at the beach. nice to have a big thermos cooler, a big one. I'm talking gallon size. And they put a margarita in that one. Just sip that one with a straw. Nice. You don't need any food here on the beach. Food would be overkill. You just need something nice and cold, thirsty to fill you up. But you also have to drink in moderation because if you drink too much here on the beach, especially if you're a guy, you're going to get a big belly. There's no way around that one. So all that sound in the background, that's coming from Margarita's pool area. So they're really blasting it, which is pretty awesome. I haven't seen the tuba guy yet. I've seen the ice cream guy. Oh, I haven't seen the pirate. The pirate usually walks through his parrots. I haven't seen him in a while. But I've seen the ice cream guy. And that's about it, I guess. I haven't seen the tuba guy and I haven't seen the pirate. Those three people, they charge. See, there's a sandbar right there about 10 yards off on the left-hand side. You can see that's where all the waves are breaking. It's a small sandbar yet. All right, we're coming up to where I smelled that urine before. They really need to fix that because this is not good smelling that stuff. It's going to be kind of tricky here because this is soft sand on the left-hand side. You see the gradient of the beach changes. When it's a steeper slope like that, the sand is very soft and it dries out a lot faster, which makes it even softer. When it still has some water in it, there's a little adhesion, so it's like glued together, but a steep gradient like that, gravity will take that water out pretty fast. So I don't know what they're making here at Pier 1, the old Pier 1, top of mast, the Dairy Queen ice cream. It would be nice if this was a 7-Eleven. That would be sweet. Didn't see that one. Hello. I didn't see that trench in front of me. I gotta be careful because this is where a lot of people are. They're building these old sand castles. Yeah, I smell that urine right now. That's coming from these old bathrooms over here. Oh, that's putrid. I would not be in this area. Here's some Journey. People playing volleyball in the water. Here we go. Sorry. There's the ice cream guy. I'm telling you, it's worth it just to come down here and line the beach, if nothing else. So Sandbar now is about 30 yards out. little further down the beach. It's just so enjoying, so so enjoying, so peaceful. Last week I exited the beach right there. That was convenient, but I really shouldn't have. I'm not going back down to Pink Shell. No, I'm gonna exit over here. Made a good clip. I mean, a good average speed. Oh, thank you. Sorry. All right, we're gonna exit right here. So this property right here, see, it's been marked, so it looks like they're gonna build something. But if I bought this Best Western Plus on the left-hand side, this property right here that I'm on could be either a parking garage or it could be part of the Lazy River wave pool area, maybe even on the ground floor, and then put a parking garage about 30 to 40 feet up, so it wouldn't be that obstructive. You can still use the ground floor for, I mean, if I built a lazy river, I would like it to be 25 feet above mean high tide. I know it's a big cost, everything, but it's sad. There's a woman dancing over here. Actually dancing. Oh, here the woman's coming back. Okay. So they're probably gonna go to some of the bars. Down at the beach for whatever. I guess that's how good recently. I think the beach is worth more than the bars. Bars, that's the evening thing to do right now. Some people want to check out the bars. So again, any real estate on both sides of this road, especially if you got the money on the right side of the road at the moment, it's all for sale, really cheap. Like this blue property here, this was rebuilt beautifully. So this is going to be premium. It's gorgeous. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know if this is more than one house here. I see many garages, but it looks like it could be owned by one person. That's amazing. It had like 6 meters out there, so maybe it has for 6 occupants. Look. We're gonna have to cut this because it's like a sand drift. It's like a snowdrift, but it's a sand drift. Alright, so this parking lot, I'm guessing $20 all day. If I get closer, it'll tell me. It could be 25 and it could be 30 because of the holiday. $20, alright. Again, this property coming up on the left-hand side, I know this parking lot wants to buy it. If the price was right, I'd buy it. But you know, they want $500,000. There's no way you could rent $20 a car per day parking spot and pay back interest on $1 million. Absolutely not. Now it's right next to 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven, on the other hand, they were kind of jammed in. So if you were a real estate broker, I would contact the Southland Corporation and say, hey, an adjoining piece of property just became available next to yours. Do you want to buy it? Bingo. Because that 7-Eleven was kind of rinky-dink in there. So they could build a bigger 7-Eleven and have more parking spaces for that 7-Eleven. So here's the air-conditioned porta potties, which everyone seems to love, and they're there. So I mean, why build a new? But they should take this off the parking spaces, or take the old area and make that into parking spaces. So when I was here last week, they had Taste of the Beach. It was the shrimp festival. featuring the pink shrimp, of course. I learned that there's three different shrimp. There's the pink, the yellow, and the brown shrimp. And the pink is the biggest. And the pink shrimp is found off of near between Key West and dry Tortugas, whereas the brown shrimp comes right off of Sanibel, between Sanibel and Captiva, and then the yellow shrimp is up by Punta Gorda. So when they discovered the pink shrimp, I saw a TV show on it. That was like the biggest. It was like a pink gold rush in the 1950s when they discovered it. So Yo Taco is doing okay. I see about 20 people. I see 2 pelicans flying ahead right now, right over me. There they are. They're ahead of me. Going to the beach, checking it out. I finally see the Hershey's Real Ice Cream open. And this place is Shannon Fort Myers Beach. They're always doing good here. They have a little sub bar, which is really cool. I like that. They're making some good money there. And again, it's the food carts. That's the only zoning. It's the only thing you could do right now and bypass all these zoning requirements. The police have a substation at the beach, but they're over here. It's amazing. Thank you. No, I shouldn't be bicycling on the road. It's terrible.
How far down?
Sorry. Alright. And if I was bicycling on the beach, I wouldn't have. If I was bicycling on the road, I wouldn't have to slow down. Alright, so I hear the Irish violin music. So there's no line to get in, but the bars and the pool are crowded, and people are drinking a lot in the bars, in the pool. I see them with bottles and everything else in the pool. So this place, Surf Club, this would be a great ice cream place, anything right now. Its proximity to Margaritaville. I mean, I still can't see the $9 million value they placed on it, but the pool is crowded. A lot of people just hanging out, drinking it. If I was to get a job, I'd be a pool maid, going with a floating ice cooler of beer, wine, drinks, everything. You'd be selling out ice cream. Oh my gosh, that would be the best thing in their pool right now. And then this property over here on the right-hand side is for sale, 2 parcels. I don't know, but this is awesome property. I don't know how much it is, but it's got to be about 10 to 20 million. It's ridiculous. Again, for that price, you have to do something like, it's some kind of high-price retail business, whether it be you're selling, I don't know, expensive perfume or something. I don't know how you would make that money. It has to be like a 7-Eleven selling, I don't know, or McDonald's selling McDonald's amount of food. I'm surprised McDonald's doesn't come back here to the beach. I like it. Well, that's the way you do it, you know? It's gorgeous here. I've seen a lot of these people on the beach when I passed them before. Now they're walking back. So they walk down the beach in their bathing suits, and then they put on their wraps and their street clothes coming back. But surprisingly, I didn't see them carrying their bags on the way down on the beach, so I missed out. Let's go back here to this beach bar. To the left is the old Hooters. That used to be where Hooters was. And they need a hot dog place here on the beach. They don't have any more. They need a hot dog hamburger spot. people here. People here are either renting or they own. That's a nice house. Looks like he has some candy and stuff in there, so he's probably bringing to the beach to sell. Then that'd be cool to have a nice ATV. If you're allowed to go on the, see, he's driving right on the beach. He must have some wave runners or something. But he owns up until the high tide mark, so he's allowed to do that. That's his beach there. He owns that property. So this place here on the right-hand side is Beach Bar. Let's see what kind of live band they got. Looks like they have a two-person live band. So you have the Love Boat ice cream in front of the Goods. And then the amazing thing is that the old Goods was knocked down. That's on the left-hand side. There used to be an old Goods. So it's got a building permit there. So normally when they knock something down, if it's just a demolition, they don't have that big construction box there. So that means that they're going to be building something there. So that's interesting. That's something brand new. And again, this property we just passed is Tri-Town Construction. I love this property. I would love to make a real estate office there. And a lot of people are wearing some green shirt. Someone's inscribed with something. I can't think. I thought it was like signatures or subscribers or something. Sun Rentals. It looks like they have most of their rentals back, and the guy's got a trailer with bikes in it. So it's making money. Let's face it. You rent a bike for $40 an hour or whatever he has to rent them for. Even $40 a day, $20 an hour, $40 a day. That's fine. Bicycle. Oh, I see a plane up in the sky with a trailer behind it. See, people now are parked over here at this other building. That's interesting. And the property across the street on the left that is owned by Diamond Head. It says for guests only. And there's a Diamond Head sign there. So we're trying to prevent people. And now the property on the left-hand side, let me see. That's, oh yeah, there's like, yep, terminals. I still want this Tri-Power building. Section 21 Tri-Power. It's terrible. I wouldn't mind buying this property, but I just don't want the headache of having to construct something. I want the ability to put a temporary trailer there where I can conduct business while the permanent building is being built. If I was granted that permission to do so, then the cash flow from the business would pay for the construction, which I like. Otherwise, oh, sorry about that. My fault. So this is the Nautilus, or what was the Nautilus. I believe it was called the Nautilus. I forget. I called it the Nautilus. And then across the street was a Royal Scoop, which still hasn't opened, which is sad because I like that building too. But any place that is not reopened, there's litigation going on with it. Like this beach connection on the left-hand side. Again, that was $1 billion for that. No, forget that. The new setback zoning means that building needs to be knocked down. Once that building is knocked down, forget it. There's absolutely no way you can build another structure in there because the setbacks between each sides and the amount of parking that's required means that you got to buy the property behind you as well, and that's another couple million. So forget it. So people who do have this, here's a VIP. Keller Williams. Excuse me, not VIP. They have a trailer here, so It was against the law to conduct real estate and have a trailer, but hey, maybe the law's changed. I don't know. The law's changed. That's awesome. So again, this property I would love to build a casino in. From the beach all the way to the end of where the church was here, and to where the county has county building. I'd like to buy all this land. I doubt that will happen because there's too many property owners. The only property that is contiguous is the old Fort Myers Beach RV park that was sold, but I hear it went for $56 million. That is a ridiculously high amount, especially after a hurricane. We're only going to go down here to the Fort Myers Beach Library. I just want to see if people are in there. Now, probably not. I can almost bet all my money right now that nobody's in there. There were some modular homes that are going up. We're going to explore a little bit. We're going to go back and see if they're doing anything with the modular homes like that. This Beach Shell Inn, again, this is a good business. If you can get this place and they allow you to finish it, that would be a good investment. It's going to cost a couple million, but it's what's called dense. It's dense units, so you can charge people $300-400 a night, whatever. Get 50 rooms rented or whatever. Probably not 50. It's probably 30 rooms in there. Beep beep. And you might be able to make your money back real quick. So I'm looking at the library. Gates open. There's no more fence, but nobody's there. Nobody's there. It looks like there's no gate preventing you either from going in and parking there. So it probably says it says no parking anytime fire alarm. There's still a big dumpster there. So I don't see anything going on with this place. Alright, we're gonna illegally cross here. I don't like this road. This road is the worst made road. So it probably says parking for a library only, although nobody's in there. There's no lights on inside the building. See, this Beach Baptist Church is the only church left standing. If you wanted to open up a church, this is the church to buy, because it's the only one left standing. And it's got a posted "Do not go in," and it was protected because of the library. Obviously, it got flooded, and the school here, everything was flooded. The water got up to 21 feet. So look at it, 21 feet. That goes over the school roof on across the street there on the right. It goes over that blue building's roof. 20 feet goes right up to the rafters here on this roof, right up to it, right up to the edge. It didn't go over this roof, but the waves crashed on it. So they're building all this new modular school, and they had cleared this field. This field was completely clear, and it looked like grass was growing back here nicely. And then they piled more junk back here. I see more concrete. So this looks more like a construction area, Fort Myers Beach construction. So all the school here, there is no school. The school goes to the Harlem Heights School, or Heights, whatever they call it. It doesn't come here anymore. And there's not enough people down here at Fort Myers Beach to warrant a school at the moment. There's not enough. Homeschool. Oh yeah, let's go back over there. So this is the water park. What's left of it? Let's see if there's anything left. There used to be like a water slide. Oh, I see the water slide. Oh yeah, here's the entrance here. It's on the left-hand side. I always wondered what was back here. So yeah, there's a gate there. It's closed. Now there is some school. This stuff on the right-hand side, this is school. So maybe they are doing like a kindergarten stuff or something, or elementary school, but on the left-hand side, this is school. I don't think it's the county's using it. There seems to be people in it right now. And it says town hall entrance. Wow, this is weird. Maybe this is the town hall. Huh, strange. But anyway, on the left-hand side, there was the pool, and that pool was covered in sand. It was, swallowed in sand. But there's no more sand. It's a nice little pool. Doesn't have a lazy river though. There's not enough people in this county to use it. It looks like there's two pools. Like that's the kiddie pool, and there's a bigger pool over here. Interesting. And then here's a little league field, and it looks perfectly new, like it's being used. I see new everything. This is interesting. It's gorgeous. You almost charge people to go in here. It's like fenced off. So this could be, if you want to buy real estate, this could be a backward way to get real estate real cheap. So not only this old Tops grocery store, but all this property. See, I would love all that property straight ahead. I'd build a resort casino, and I would need all this property for the parking garages. I would have some resort wings over here too. You don't need to have all the resort wings on the water side. And I would have a little pool over here too. And maybe a lazy river would span the road. That'd be sweet. So people could float to the beach. That'd be nice. So here's a little, at the end of this road, we're doing some exploring. Here's a little, I've been out here before. It says no loitering, but come on. A lot of everything here. Yeah, so they had like some boats here that the town used to use. There's a dock. Some wayrunners who park here. Pretty cool. You might be able to get away with parking your boat here and then walking to the beach. This could be free boat parking. So if you have a boat and you want to park for free, right here, why not? Right here. Your wave runner can go right there. And that's it. And you go to the beach. You just walk straight ahead, go to the beach. Nice. Some people park their bikes here. All right, I'm gonna take this. Oh, wow, almost spun out. All right. Interesting. So you don't see this side of town. This is the back of the old. This was first the Winn-Dixie, then it became Tops grocery store. And then over here, this was the town center. Before that, though, it was an old. It was an old. Not Nations Bank. It was BB's. No, not BBC. Whatever it was. So I think it was a CNS bank, and it was taken over by a couple of people, and then the town of Fort Myers took it over. And then Hurricane Ian. You know what? Hurricane Ian didn't do that much damage, but I'm glad they took it down because it was ugly, and the town already had too much real estate. You got to give some back. I would love to buy this. I just wish I had $400 million in investors right now willing to take a gamble, and it would be a wise gamble too. I'd make sure you make your money. I'm a finance major, so I do programming, which I love. I'm an excellent programmer, but I'm excellent at doing everything. I'm excellent at finance, stock market, garage selling, bicycling, and I'm thinking about buying a drone and adding that to my my foray, my repertoire. And over here, this is the church. And you see, you got Bayside and then you got the beach side. Both not all for sale. It'd be a pretty penny, but you know, if you're gonna put an arcade casino in here, you can put a parking garage that can hold 400 people, and 400 people spending $50 an hour. That makes it profitable. See, that makes it profitable. 400 times 50. So you're at 20,000 an hour, or not necessarily an hour, but you're spending it in a casino. So yeah, and you would get most of these people that are parking in this $20 a day. They'd park in your garage for sure, and half of them would visit the arcade, I bet, or at least buy an ice cream or something. You know, a family of 4. With 4 ice creams each. I wouldn't charge them a lot. I'd charge them $1. Why not? You know, you want to make it enjoyable. I'd still be making 50% profit on that, at least, if not 100%. So right here on the right-hand side, this was the Shamrock, and it was a really good bar. I was here right before Hurricane Ian that year. That year I was here. I love all this real estate, but they want too much. The price is starting to fall down a little bit, slightly, ever so slightly. And then right here on the right-hand side, this for sale by Alex King Group. This was the Armando Day Spa. I'm sad to see that go, because that was here for a long while. That came in here like in the late 80s, and it was here ever since. Then the hurricane took it away. And these places, wow, I mean, these places changed hands a lot. Tri-Power seems to be the one that's been here the longest. And there's no way you can dislodge a real estate. Once a real estate company gets hold of a building, unless they sell it themselves with the intent to sell it, resell it, because a lot of them do. They get the expensive real estate, and then someone offers them just a ridiculously amount. Once they get a piece of property, a real estate company needs. It's best to have that drive-by advertising, and you can have a yard sign though. Yard sign substitutes for that for free, but still, having an office with a sign is worth its weight. So people are parking here because there's no parking sign, so they're parking here. Hey, more power to them. And one person doesn't, they all do it. Right here too, you could park on the right-hand side. That's parking off the road, so it's probably illegal. Stunner Fun Rentals, the guy's a genius. Great idea, great concept too. Rents everything. And this used to be the Goods hardware store on the right hand side, but of course they opened their temporary one, which looks permanent, on the left hand side, and rightfully so, because that one's closer to the beach. And once you have a cash flow, and that's one of the only beach stores here on the island besides Surf Style. So if you need to get a bathing suit, this is where you go, the Goods. So I mean, think about it, what are they selling there? Well, they're selling ice cream. It's a hardware store, and there's clothing in there too. Why not? Yeah, bathing suits. It's probably about 12:45 right now. Still, it's gorgeous out. This timing change really helped out, because the morning kind of like expired really fast in the standard time, but now daylight savings time, the morning lasts to the point where the sun is directly overhead, so it feels more like the right time of day. When noon, the sun is directly overhead, whereas before it was like when 12 o'clock came around, the sun was still at 11. We're still at 11 a.m. time. I'm just charging $20. So 20 is pretty much what it's easy. It's a $20 bill. As long as they don't charge tax, that's easy. I know. It's like, this guy's honking. What are you honking? So again, any of these old properties down here that got destroyed, if they're selling their property for less than $400,000, it's a steal. That you should buy it at that price. You're not going to find a cheaper property unless you know the person, or it's just a tragedy waiting to happen, which is rare. So this is on the right-hand side. This was the old Silver Sands hotel that the lady, she bought for $1.25 million, already built back in the late 1980s, and sold it, totally destroyed, for $7.1 million. Totally destroyed. So that's kind of good. You buy it, perfectly good working order for $1.25 million, and then you sell it completely wiped out, destroyed, and you still get $7.1 million for it. Wow. It's sad that you had to put any type of effort into restoring that. You should have just bought it for 1.25, stripped it, sold everything. So on the left-hand side, it's Margaritaville. The garage under there is a nightmare. They have cars jacked up. That's how they squeeze so many cars in there. It's ridiculous. People love paying $20 a day, I'm telling you. So Saturday and Sunday right now during spring break, it's crowded. I'm not sure during the weekdays whether it's just as crowded. Probably not. But once Sanibel opens, though, the Causeway, as long as they don't, $9 to go across the Causeway, that's ridiculous. But as long as they have bathrooms there, they don't do any other BS, then it's all right. People can stomach it. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. I ended up here at the Tiki Bar. This is another hidden treasure of Fort Myers Beach. If you want to go to a bar, the prices are not too bad, and it's pretty much always open. This is the place. Even when a hurricane hits, this place is pretty much open still. All right, till next weekend.